Hello everyone, I'm Father Manny Edgar-Beltran, the Order San Benedict of the Congregation Our Lady of Grace Chapel in Ventura, California. That's where our mother house is. And this is where I come from every single Sunday that I share the gospel with you all. Today is a very important day in the life of the church as we celebrate the feminine divine, if you want to call that. Today we celebrate the Assumption of Mary, the Mother of God being taken up into heaven. In the Orthodox tradition, and in some parts of the independent movement of the church, they call it the Dominion of Mary, which means the Blessed Mother Mary went to sleep and she'll be waking up on the last day again, her body, but her spirit is with Jesus, like all of us that have gone, that have passed, right? So that's a very important day. But we're not going to talk about the Assumption of Mary or the Dominion of Mary. But today we're going to talk about today's gospel. And it's a very special gospel for today. Let's take a listen. A reading from the gospel according to Mathew. At that time Jesus answered or withdrew to the region of Tyre and Sidon and beyond. A Canaanite woman of that district came and called out, "Have pity on me, Lord, son of David. My daughter is tormented by a demon." But Jesus did not say a word in answer to her. Jesus' disciples came and asked him, "Send her away, for she keeps calling out after us." He in reply said, "I was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." But the woman came and did Jesus homage, saying, "Lord, help me." He said in reply, "It is not right to take the food of the children and throw it to the dogs." She said, "Please, Lord, for even the dogs eat the scraps from the floor from the table of their masters." Then Jesus said to her in reply, "O woman, great is your faith. Let it be done for you as you wish." And the woman's daughter was healed from that hour. The gospel of the Lord. So in today's gospel, Jesus tells us, very specific, that he came to save the house of David. But then this woman that was persistent, that did not belong to the house of David, to the Israelites. She says, "Lord, have mercy on me. Just because I'm not a member of that house, you're not going to save me? You're not going to help me?" Jesus was testing her faith, her compassion towards herself. And what Jesus replied is, "Well, we don't take the food from the children and give it to the dogs." Meaning, we don't waste resources on those who do not belong to us. And her reply was very accurate. Like, even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table. They get fed. They get fortified. And Jesus was moved. And he turns around to his disciples and said, "This is the faith I'm looking for." Jesus knew already the answers that she was going to give him. And yet, he still put her to the test in public. Jesus is here to show us that he comes to all of us. Sinners and holy people, those that don't commit any sins. Christians and non-Christians. Believers and non-believers. But the important message here is that this woman knew that she had committed many transgressions, that her life was not perfect. And instead of making excuses, she took responsibility for her actions. And she pleaded for mercy. And the Lord heard her cry. Because this lady was not asking nothing for herself. She was asking for her daughter. So her daughter will be free of that illness or that disease. That back in those times, it was considered possession at times. So the message for us all is always assume responsibility for our actions. Don't ask for yourselves, ask for others. And know that you've always been chosen from the beginning of time to be a jewel in the crown of Jesus, to be a jewel in your community, to be a jewel that brings forth the light in the darkest places. I pray, my brothers and sisters, that this message will reach out to you, that this message may find you in good health, safe, and of peace of mind. If you want more information on today's gospel message, get in contact with us, Our Lady of Grace, a Benedictine congregation, and we'll reach out to you, or any members of the Ecumenical Catholic Church. We're here to serve you. May you be blessed, may you be holy.